إذا كنت تريد أن تكون على مذهب السلف تعلم مذهب السلف.
الحمد لله رب العالمين ولا عاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأصلي وأسلم على مبعوث رحمة للعالمين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. Now, so we continue أيها الإخوة in our dars of the Aqīdah of Al-Sunnah wal-Jama'ah. After a long break from our lessons, we continue. So we jump straight into it. So the Shaykh Muhammad Salih Al-Uthaymeen rahmatullahi alayhi says, وَنُؤْمِنُ بِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ أو بِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وهو يوم القيامة الذي لا يوم بعده حين يبعث الناس أحياء للبقاء إما في دار النعيم وإما في دار العذاب الأليم. So the Shaykh says, and we believe in the day or the last day, and that is the day of standing, the day of resurrection, in which there is no day after it. And that is when the people are resurrected alive. So they are raised up alive for permanently remaining in one of the two abodes, either in the abode of bliss, supreme bliss, or in the abode of severe punishment. فنؤمن بالبعث وهو إحياء الله تعالى الموتى حين ينفخ إسرافيل في الصور النفخة الثانية ونفخ في الصور فصعق من في السماوات ومن في الأرض إلا من شاء الله ثم نفخ فيه أخرى فإذا هم قيام ينظرون. And we believe in the resurrection, and that is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will resurrect all of the dead, and that is when Israfil will blow into the trumpet with the second blowing, as is mentioned in the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the trumpet will be blown, and all of those in the heavens and all of those on the earth will fall dead, except whom Allah wills. Then it will be blown again, and they will be standing, looking on, waiting. فيقوم الناس من قبورهم لرب العالمين حفاة بلا نعال عراة بلا ثياب غرلا بلا ختان كما بددنا أول خلق نعيده وعدا علينا إنا كنا فاعلين. So the people will be resurrected from their graves. They will be resurrected without any shoes, barefooted, and they will be resurrected without any clothes, and likewise they will be resurrected uncircumcised. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and as we began the first creation, we will repeat it. That is a promise binding upon us. Truly we shall do it. وَنُؤْمِنُ بِصَحَائِفِ الْأَعْمَالِ تُعْطَى بِالْيَمِينِ أو من وراء الظهور بالشمال فأما من أوتي كتابه بيمينه فسوف يحاسب حسابا يسيرا وينقلب إلى أهله مسرورا وأما من أوتي كتابه وراء ظهره فسوف يدعو ثبورا ويصلى سعيرا. وقال تعالى وكل إنسان ألزمناه طائره في عنقه ونخرج له يوم القيامة كتابا يلقاه منشورا اقرأ كتابك كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك حسيبا. Now likewise we believe in the records of the deeds that are kept, and that they are given either in the right hand to the person, or they are given behind the person's back in their left hand. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, as for the one who is given his book in his right hand, then he will be reckoned with an easy reckoning, and he will return to his family happy. And as for the one who is given his book or his record behind his back, then he will call for destruction upon himself, and he will be led to the fire. And as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and for every person we have imposed his fate upon his neck, and we will produce for him on the day of resurrection a book which he will find wide open. It will be said to him, read your book. You yourself are sufficient as a reckoner against you this day. وَنُؤْمِنُ بِالْمَوَازِينِ تُوضَعُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ فَلَا تُظْلَمُ نَفْسٌ شَيْئًا. And likewise we believe, Ahl-Sunnah wa Jama'ah, we believe in the scales that will be placed on Yawm al-Qiyamah, and that not a soul shall be oppressed by them. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. The one who does an atom's weight of good will see it, and the one who does an atom's weight of evil will likewise see it. وقال تعالى فَمَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ وَمَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَأُولَئِكَ الَّذِينَ خَسِرُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ فِي جَهَنَّمَ خَالِدُونَ تَلْفَحُ وُجُوهَهُمُ النَّارُ وَهُمْ فِيهَا كَالِحُونَ. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, as for the one who scales are heavy, then they will be the successful ones. And as for the one whose scales are light, then they have wronged themselves, and they will be in the Jahannam forever. And the fire will scorch their faces, and therein they will have taunt smiles. وقال تعالى من جاء بالحسنة فله عشر أمثالها ومن جاء بالسيئة فلا يجزى إلا مثلها وهم لا يظلمون. The one who comes with a good deed, then he will have tenfold of that deed, and the one who comes forth with a sin or an evil deed, then he will not be recompensed except with its like, and no one shall be oppressed. So as for our belief, the belief of Ahl-Sunnah wa Jama'ah in regards to the mizan, in regards to the scales, then we have some speech from Shaykh Ubayd bin Abdullah al-Jabri hafidhahullah ta'ala in explanation of the Aqīdah and the belief, the Iman of Ahl-Sunnah wa Jama'ah in relation to the mizan, in relation to the scales. So first of all, he gives the definition of what the mizan is in the Sharia. So he says the mizan, al-mizan ينصب له كفتان لوزن العمل والعامل وصحيفة العمل. So it's a scale that is placed, that there are two scales, and they are placed there to weigh the action, the doer of the action, and likewise the records. And then the Shaykh Hafidhahullah Ta'ala goes on to mention فإن المبتدعة لا يوجد أصل من أصول السنة إلا وينكرونه أو يؤولونه ما عدا الشفاعة في فصل القضاء كما سيأتي هذه يثبتونها لأنهم لهم نصيب منها لا يستطيعون إنكارها. So he says that the people of innovation, that they do not find a principle from the principles of Ahl Sunnah, or from the principles or from the foundations of the Sunnah, except that the people of innovation outrightly deny it, or they seek to misinterpret it, except for one affair. Except for one affair, one foundation from the foundations of Ahl Sunnah, except for one affair. And that affair is the shafa'ah, is the intercession in regards to when the ibad, when the slaves of Allah will be separated in order to be judged. As is going to come later, and we'll discuss later in more detail, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And the only reason, Shaykh says here, the only reason why they affirm this principle, or this asl from the usul of Ahl Sunnah, the only reason why they affirm this is because for them is a share in it. Now, for them is a share in this intercession. They're going to benefit from it, as they think that they are going to benefit from it. So they are not able to outrightly deny it. قاتل الله أهل الأهواء يأخذون ما لهم ويدعون ما عليهم يلعبون لعبا على هواهم. على هواهم أو على هواهم هذا ينكرونه وهذا يثبتونه لكن الحمد لله أهل السنة ليسوا كذلك هم بعيدون عن الهوى يدورون مع الدليل حيث كان. So the Shaykh Habibullah Ta'ala says that the people of desires, that they take that which is for them and they leave off that which is against them, and they play about with the texts based upon their desire. So they negate this and they affirm this, and whatever they please, whatever is based upon their own desire. But Alhamdulillah, Ahlul Sunnah are not like this. Ahlul Sunnah are free and far removed from following desires, and that they are with the evidence wherever it is, or they revolve around the evidence wherever the evidence lies. طيب وقد دل على ثبوت الميزان الكتاب والسنة والإجماع. And that which has affirmed the mizan is the kitab of Allah, the sunnah of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, and the consensus. Then the Shaykh Hafidhullah Ta'ala goes on to say, هذا وزن صحيفة العمل وقد أنكره المعتزلة وقبلهم الجهمية. He says that regards to the weighing of the records or the deed, regards to the weighing of the records, then the Mu'tazila and before them the Jahmiyyah have denied its occurrence. And then he says, Hafidhullah Ta'ala, خذوها قاعدة المعتزلة هم وراث الجهمية أخذوا الميراث كاملا وافرا وزعمهم أنهم أثبتوا الأسماء أثبتوها بالتلاعب لعب كذا يقولون لا معاني لها الكريم لا يدل على الكرم والرحيم لا يدل على الرحمة وأنكروا الميزان وفسروه بالعدل واحتجوا أن أحاديثه آحاد فيرد عليهم بما يلي. طيب. So the Shaykh Habibullah Ta'ala says that the Mu'tazila and the Jahmiyyah, that they outrightly deny the weighing of the records on the Day of Judgment. And he says to take it as a principle that the Mu'tazila, they are the inheritance of the Jahmiyyah, that they have taken their full share of inheritance, and they have lied and said that they affirm the names, the names of Allah, but rather they affirm it whilst playing games. And they say, for example, that they affirm the names, but in reality they deny its meanings, or they say it has no meaning to it. So for example, they say that Allah is Al-Kareem, they affirm the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Al-Kareem, but they say that Allah, the most generous, but they say that Allah, or there is no generosity there. Likewise, they say that Allah is Ar-Rahim, that He is the most merciful, most beneficent. However, this does not indicate that Allah has mercy, as they say. And likewise, they have denied the Mizan, and they have explained the Mizan as meaning adl, as meaning justice. So any text that comes talking or in relation to the Mizan, that they have denied it and they have explained it or interpreted it with a misinterpretation. They have said that it means injustice. And they claim that is because all the hadith with regards to Mizan are hadith that are ahad. They are hadith that are ahad, meaning that they are not mutawatir. They are not unanimously agreed upon a hadith. And the Shaykh says the reply to them with regard to that doubt, أولا بظاهر النصوص من الكتاب والسنة والأصل في النصوص هو إرادة الظاهر المتبادر إلى الذهن منها Next, he says the first reply or response to them or refutation of them and this doubt that they bring is that it's come clear in the Kitab of Allah and the Sunnah, and he says that the origin is that we, with regards or in relation to the text, the Kitab of Allah and the Sunnah, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, is that we carry it upon its apparent meaning, and we take it upon that which first pops into one's mind or one's head in relation to the actual meaning of the text. ثانيا, secondly, أحاديثه ليست آحادا بل هي متواترة تواترا معنويا عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. That the hadith concerning the mizan are not all hadith that are ahad. Rather, there are from them that are mutawatir, that are unanimously agreed upon or narrated by many of the companions. That is a agreement that is in relation to its meaning. طيب ويرد عليهم ثالثا بالإجماع. And the third thing that we respond to them with or refute them on is the ijma', the consensus. إجماع الصحابة رضي الله عنهم, the consensus of the Sahaba, ومن بعدهم, and those who came after them, على ثبوت الميزان والإيمان به, upon affirming the mizan and believing in it. Then Shaykh Muhammad Salih Al-Uthaymeen rahmatullah alayhi goes on to mention وَنُؤْمِنُ بِالشَّفَاعَةِ الْعُظْمَى لِرَسُولِ اللَّهِ صلى الله عليه وسلم خاصة يشفع عند الله تعالى بإذنه ليقضي بين عباده حين يصيبهم من الهم والكرب ما لا يطيقونه فيذهبون إلى آدم ثم نوح ثم إبراهيم ثم موسى ثم عيسى حتى تنتهي إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Shaykh says, and we believe, the Aqīdah of Ahl-Sunnah is that we believe in the Shafa'ah, in the intercession, or the great intercession of the Messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم, specifically for him, when he is interceding with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in relation to when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes to judge between his slaves, whilst they are overwhelmed with distress and hardship on the day of judgment. They are overwhelmed with distress and hardship for that which they cannot bear. And they will go to Adam alayhi salam, then they will go to Nuh, then they will go to Ibrahim, then they will go to Musa, then they will go to Isa, until they reach the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then he will intercede for them, as has come in the well-known hadith. وَنُؤْمِنُ بِالشَّفَاعَةِ فِي مَنْ دَخَلَ النَّارِ مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ أن يخرجوا منها وهي للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وغيره من النبيين والمؤمنين والملائكة. And likewise we believe in the intercession in relation to the one who enters into the fire from the believers. Those who enter into the fire from the believers, the intercession for them to exit from the fire. And that is not only an intercession that is specific to Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, rather it is for Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, and is for other than him from the prophets and messengers, and likewise for the believers, and likewise for the angels. وبأن الله تعالى يخرج من النار أقواما من المؤمنين بغير شفاعة بل بفضله ورحمته. And likewise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take out from the fire a group of people from amongst the believers without any intercession. It's purely due to the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His mercy for them or upon them. وَنُؤْمِنُ بِحَوْضِ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صلى الله عليه وسلم. And we believe in the hawd, in the fountain of Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم. ماؤه أشد بياضا من اللبن وأحلى من العسل وأطيب من رائحة المسك طوله شهر وعرضه شهر وآنيته كنجوم السماء حسنا وكثرة يرده المؤمنون من أمته من شرب منه لم يظمأ بعد ذلك. So we believe in the held in the fountain of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We believe likewise that its water is severely white, is more severely white than lebanon, than pure milk, and it is sweeter than honey, and it is more beautiful than the scent of misk. Its length is a month. It's a month in length, and its width likewise is a month. And its utensils are like the stars of the sky in terms of their beauty and in terms of their number. And the believers from the ummah of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam will come to it and will drink from it, and they will not be thirsty thereafter. So likewise Shaykh Ubaid Hafidhullah Ta'ala mentions with regards to the belief of Ahl-Sunnah in the held in the fountain of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, and he says that there are some points in relation to that. The first point he makes is that the ummah will come and drink from the held of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. That's the first point. Second point, he says يُذَادُ عَنْ هَذَا الْحَوْض فَلَا يَرِدُهُ أَهْلُ الْأَهْوَاءِ, that the people of desires and innovation will not drink from this held, from this fountain, and it will run out on them. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم فإنهم يأتون غرا محجلين من الوضوء وأنا فرطهم على الحوض ألا يذادن رجال عن حوضي كما يذاد البعير الضال أناديهم ألا هلم فيقال إنهم قد بدلوا بعدك فأقول سحقا سحقا. نعم. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentioned in the hadith that they will come with bright faces and arms and legs due to their wudu, and I will arrive at the fountain ahead of them. Some people will be driven away from my fountain as a stray camel is driven away, and I will call out to them, come, come. But it will be said to me, these people changed after you. So I will say, be off, be off. Thirdly, ثالثا, second point, أن طوله the third point, أن طوله شهر وعرضه شهر وآنيته عدد نجوم السماء من شرب منه شربة لا يظمأ بعدها أبدا. Now, so as we discussed and mentioned, that its length is a month, and its width is a month, and its utensils are as numerous as the stars in the sky, and whoever drinks from it with one drink or once, that he will never become thirsty thereafter. Then further on, Shaykh Hafidhullah Ta'ala mentions in regards to the second point that he made in relation to the people of desires and the hadith that we just read in relation to them. Explaining this hadith, he says فَهَؤُلَاء الْمُبْتَدِعَةِ, that this hadith is in relation to the people of innovation. بَدَّلُوا وَغَيَّرُوا فِي سُنَّةِ النَّبِي صلى الله عليه وسلم, that they have come and they have changed that which is in the sunnah of Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam. فَهُمْ مَحْرُومُونَ مِنَ الشُّرْبِ مِنْ حَوْضِهِ كَمَا أَنَّهُمْ مَحْرُومُونَ فِي الدُّنْيَا مِنَ الْإِيمَانِ بِهِ. So he says that they are prevented from drinking from the held, from the fountain, just as they are prevented in this dunya from having belief in it. وأهل السنة على وجوب الإيمان بحوض النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وبكل ما جاء من صحيح سنته صلى الله عليه وسلم وغيرها. He says, as for the people of Sunnah, then they are upon firm iman in relation to the fountain of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. And likewise they believe in everything that has come from his authentic Sunnah and other than it. Then Shaykh Muhammad Salih Al-Uthaymeen rahimahullah, he goes on to continue. وَنُؤْمِنُ بِالصِّرَاطِ الْمَنْصُوبِ عَلَى جَهَنَّمَ يَمُرُّ النَّاسُ عَلَيْهِ عَلَى قَدْرِ أَعْمَالِهِمْ فَيَمُرُّ أَوَّلُهُمْ كَالْبَرْقِ ثُمَّ كَمَرِّ الرِّيحِ ثُمَّ كَمَرِّ الطَّيْرِ وَأَشَدِّ الرِّجَالِ والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قائم على الصراط يقول يا رب سلم سلم حتى تعجز أعمال العباد فيأتي من يزحف وفي حافة الصراط كلاليب معلقة مأمورة تأخذ من أمرت به فمخدوش ناج ومكردس في النار. He says, likewise we believe in the sirat, or the bridge that is placed over Jahannam, and that the people will pass over this bridge in accordance to their deeds, in accordance to their actions. So the first one of them will pass over this bridge like a lightning bolt, and then they will pass over like the passing of the wind, and then like the passing of birds and the strongest of men. And the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be standing on the bridge saying, calling out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grant them safety, until the actions of the slaves become incapacitated, and a person will come crawling. And on the brink, likewise on the brink of this bridge will be hooks that are attached to the bridge, and they will be ordered to take or to grab onto whoever they are ordered from. So the one who breaks free and is successful will be crippled from these hooks, and the one who is hooked, who was clipped by these hooks, then he will be dragged into the fire. وَعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنْ ذَلِكَ. طيب ونؤمن بكل ما جاء في الكتاب والسنة من أخبار ذلك اليوم وأهواله أعان الله عليها. And we believe in everything that has come in the book and the sunnah in relation to that day and its terrors and horrors. ونؤمن بشفاعة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لأهل الجنة أن يدخلوها وهي للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم خاصة. And likewise we believe in the intercession of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam for the people of Jannah, that they enter into it. And that is something on intercession that is specifically only for Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. And likewise again, Shaykh Ubaid Hafidullah Ta'ala, reading from his explanation that he mentions with regards to the shafa'ah, that he mentions regards to the intercession, its conditions. So he mentions the conditions of this intercession. So the first one is the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the one who is interceding. And the second one is that Allah is pleased with the one who is being interceded for. So firstly we have the permission of Allah for the one interceding, and secondly we have رضاه عن المشفوع فيه. He's being pleased with the one who is being interceded for. Then he talks about the types of the shafa'ah, يعني the different types of intercession. So the first type he mentions متفق على إثباته بين أهل السنة والمبتدعة وهو نوع واحد. The first type is that which is agreed upon its occurrence. So it's agreed upon by the people of Sunnah and likewise the people of Bid'ah. As we mentioned previously, that this is a foundation that the people of innovation themselves do not deny or do not distort. Yani this type or this one type of intercession. And that is يعني the intercession الشفاعة في فصل القضاء حتى الساعة أنا ما علمت طيب شيخ طيب. So and this is the intercession in regards to separating or when يعني the ibad, when the slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be separated to be judged. And the Shaykh says up until يعني this time of ours that I do not know one single Khariji or one Mu'tazili or one Jahmi who denies this, who denies that this type of intercession will take place. The second type of intercession is the shafa'a fi أهل الكبائر وهذا له صور. He says, and that is the intercession for the people of major sins. So the intercession for the people of major sins. And that has different different forms to it. So he mentions الشفاعة في قوم يستحقون النار ألا يدخلوها. And that is the intercession for a people who are rightly deserving of entering into the fire, that they do not enter. So it's the intercession for a people who are deserving of the fire, that they do not enter into it. That is the first form in regards to the intercession of the people of major sins. So the first form of intercession for the people of major sins is for a group of people or for a people who are deserving of the fire, that they do not enter into it. And the second is the shafa'a في إخراج عصاة الموحدين من النار. And that is an intercession for bringing out the disobedient ones from amongst the people of Tawheed, to bring them out from the fire. وهذا ينكرهما الوعيدية من خوارج والمعتزلة فبان بهذا أن المصنف رحمه الله أراد الرد على هاتين الطائفتين الخوارج والمعتزلة، وكلتا الطائفتين تسمى بالوعيدية لأنهم يوجبونه إنفاذ الوعيد. So he says that this type of intercession, the intercession that we just mentioned in regards to bringing out or taking out the usat, the disobedient ones from amongst the people of Tawheed, to take them out of the fire, then this is the type of intercession that some of the people of innovation deny. This specific type. And they are called, or refer to them as the Wa'idiyya. And they are from amongst the Khawarij. They are found within the Khawarij, and likewise the Mu'tazila. And they are called the Wa'idiyya because they obligate for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has to enforce His threat. So they say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has to enforce His threat. So He's threatened these people with the fire, therefore He has to follow through with their punishment. He goes on to explain فالخوارج تكفر بالكبائر في الدنيا وتخرجه من الإسلام وتستحل صاحبها يعني تستحل دم صاحبها وماله وتخرجه من الإسلام. He says, as for the Khawarij from this type or this group, that they make takfir, yani they denounce one's Islam based upon major sins in this dunya, and they take him out of the fold of Islam, and they make lawful yani his blood, spilling of his blood, and likewise they make lawful his wealth, and they exit him or take him out from the fold of Al-Islam. And this is why they say that this type of shafa'ah will not take place, because they hold these people, these disobedient people, or Ahl Kabair, the people of major sins, that they hold them to be disbelievers in the first place. والمعتزلة تقول لا هو في منزلة بين المنزلتين ثم ماذا يصنع هؤلاء في الحكم الأخروي. نعم. يقولون هو خالد مخلد في النار. هذا متفق عليه بين الخوارج والمعتزلة. So as for the Mu'tazila, then they say that this type of person or these types of people, and they are in a station between two stations, or platform between two platforms. As for the third type of shafa'ah, of intercession that we mentioned, the third type, the Shaykh Hafidhullah Ta'ala goes on to mention منه ما هو خاص بالنبي عليه الصلاة والسلام ومنه ما هو عام. So we have those intercessions that are specific for Nabi عليه الصلاة والسلام, and we have those intercessions that are general. فالشفاعة في أهل الكبائر هذه عامة مشتركة بين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وبين الملائكة والصالحين من عباد الله. He says, as for the type of intercession that we just mentioned in regards to the people of major sins, then this is an intercession that is general. It is general. It is for Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, and likewise it is for the malaika to intercede, and likewise it is for the righteous ones to intercede and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take out the people of major sins, to remove them from the fire. هناك شفاعات كذلك مشتركة وهي شفاعة في رفع درجات أقوى من أهل الجنة. Now, so, and likewise there are some other intercessions that are general, or that are shared between more than one, such as the intercession of raising one's ranks. Raising one's ranks, meaning that the people, or interceding for the people who are already in Jannah, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to increase their rank in Jannah. So they intercede for the people and the inhabitants of Jannah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increases their station or their rank in Jannah. So this is a intercession that is not specific to Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam. Then he mentions, Hafidhullah Ta'ala, some of the intercessions that are specific for Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam. And that is, as we mentioned previously, the intercession for the people who are on that plane when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala separates between the ibad, between the slaves, in order to judge them. So this shafa'ah is something specific to Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam. And likewise, the shafa'ah في تخفيف العذاب عن أبي طالب. هذا خاص للنبي عليه الصلاة والسلام وخاص بأبي طالب. Likewise, the intercession of Nabi عليه الصلاة والسلام for his uncle Abi Talib. So it's something that is specific to Nabi عليه الصلاة والسلام, أي interceding for Abi Talib, as it is something that is likewise specific to Abi Talib. Shaykh says, كيف خاص بأبي طالب? How is it something that is specific for Abi Talib? الكفار محرومون من الشفاعة that the kuffar, that they are prohibited from being interceded for, or they are deprived of any intercession. So how is it the case that it's something that is for him, specifically for him? We know Abi Talib died as a kafir, died as a disbeliever. إذن نعم خص منهم أبو طالب كيف ذلك يخفف عنه العذاب ويخرجه صلى الله عليه وسلم من الدرك الأسفل من النار حتى يصل إلى ضحضاح من النار يغطي قدميه ولكن يغلي منه دماغه فأهل النار يرونه أهونهم عذابا وهو يرى أنه أشد الناس عذابا. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم ولولا أنا لكان في الدرك الأسفل من النار. نعم. So it is the intercession of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the punishment light upon or lighter upon Abi Talib, and to take him out from the bottom pit of the fire and to enter him into a shallow pit of fire that covers only his feet. However, due to its intense heat of the fire, it will cause his brain to boil. And the people of the fire will see him as having the most lightest of punishments in the fire, and he will see himself as having the most severest of punishments in the fire. And likewise from the shafa'ah, from the intercession, is the shafa'ah, the intercession fi ahl al-jannah, bidukhul al-jannah. That is the intercession for the people of Jannah, that they enter into Jannah. ولكن النزاع في الشفاعة في عصاة الموحدين. As for the disagreement in regards to the shafa'ah, that it is in relation to the disobedient ones from the muwahideen, as we previously discussed. This disagreement, meaning the disagreement between Ahl-Sunnah and Ahl-Bid'ah. It is in relation to the disobedient ones from amongst the people of Tawheed. Then Shaykh Hafidhullah Ta'ala mentions the doubts, and we go briefly through them. Some of, or a couple of the doubts that they bring. Those who we mentioned previously from the Khawarij and Mu'tazilah, that speak in regards to the or deny rather the intercession of or the intercession for the disobedient ones from amongst the people of Tawheed. So from the doubts that they bring a statement of Allah Ta'ala, فَمَا تَنْفَعُهُمْ شَفَاعَةُ الشَّافِعِينَ, that the intercession of the interceders will not benefit them. And likewise they bring another statement of Allah Ta'ala, مَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ حَمِيمٍ وَلَا شَفِيعٍ يُطَاعٍ. They bring another statement of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, wherein He said, for the wrongdoers there will be no devoted friend and no intercessor who is obeyed. And the response to this, just briefly, I'll go through it just briefly, that the response to this is that these ayahs are in relation to who? In relation to the kuffar. That they are in relation, or these ayahs are talking about the kuffar. And we are talking about the usat from the muwahhideen, the disobedient ones from the people of Tawheed. So they are not kuffar. And these ayahs are in relation, or specifically for talking about the kuffar, disbelievers. And they cannot be applied to the believers. And as we know, this is something common amongst specifically the Khawarij, that they would take ayat that were revealed for the kuffar and they will apply them to the believers. Then the last point we're going to conclude on, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, that the Shaykh Hafidhullah Ta'ala mentions. He mentions in relation to the types of people in relation to the shafa'ah, in relation to the intercession. So he says, ينقسم الناس في الشفاعة إلى ثلاثة أقسام. And that the people are divided up into three groups in relation to the shafa'ah, in relation to the intercession. أحدها الغلاة من أهل القبورية والخرافة والصوفية والمشركين وهؤلاء يثبتون الشفاعة على إطلاق على وفق ما يفهمون قياسا منهم للخالق على المخلوق ويثبتون الشفاعة لمن زعموا فيه الولاية في الدنيا والآخرة. So it says that the first type of these people in relation to the intercession are those extreme ones from amongst the grave worshippers, and from amongst the people of superstition, and from amongst the extreme Sufis, who affirm the shafa'ah. So they do not deny the shafa'ah, they affirm the intercession upon their own understanding. So they affirm it, but they affirm it upon what? Upon their own understanding. And they claim that the shafa'ah or the intercession is for the awliya, for their wali, for whoever they see to be from amongst the awliya. So that's the first group of people. The second group of people are the الطرف المناقض, the opposing party, نفاة الشفاعة وقد عرفتموهم, those who deny types of the shafa'ah, as we discussed. And the third type, or the third group of people in relation to the shafa'ah, is أهل السنة. هم الذين يثبتون الشفاعة بشروطها, that they are the ones who affirm the shafa'ah according to its conditions, or with its conditions. فبان بهذا أمور. أولا أن أهل السنة مع النصوص يقفون حيث توقفهم النصوص ولا يعارضونها بالقياس ولا بالرأي. So أهل السنة, that they are with the texts. Wherever the texts lie, they are with, and they stop wherever the texts stop them or cause them to stop. And they do not oppose the nusus, the texts, with their own analogies or their own opinions. Secondly, أن أهل السنة أرحم الناس بعباد الله كما أنهم أعرف الناس بالحق فإنهم أرحم الناس بالخلق. The Ahl Sunnah are the most merciful of the people. They are the most merciful towards the people from amongst the slaves of Allah. And likewise, they are the most knowledgeable or the most aware of the truth. فالذي يحدق مذهب أهل السنة يجد أنه يطمع الناس في رحمة الله كما يخوفهم من عذاب الله. So whoever, the intelligent one who looks at the madhab of Ahl Sunnah, that he will find that Ahl Sunnah entice the people by way of the mercy of Allah. They entice the people through the mercy of Allah, and likewise they instill fear into the people by mentioning the punishment of Allah. فمذهبهم والحمد لله مذهب الاعتدال ومذهب الوسطية. So their madhab is a madhab which is balanced. It is balanced, and it is the middle path. لأنه يقوم على النصوص, and that is because it is established according to the texts. ويقوم على الدليل, it is established in accordance with the evidence. وهذا الدليل إما نص وإما إجماع. And this dalil, this evidence, is either a textual evidence, or it is a consensus. ولا يعولون على العقل ما دام أن النقل موجود ولله الحمد والمنة. And that they do not depend upon their intellects or rely upon their intellects as long as the texts are there. نعم, we'll stop here. طيب إن شاء الله ونكتفي بهذا وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله